Hi, this is Luck God. I've got 3 battle reports for you today from a local tournament. I took as many pictures as I could during the course of the tournament, but always on my clock. So apologies if some of them are blurry or if I missed pictures, which I did miss pictures. In round 1 I was against Trolls. The scenario was close quarters and I chose to drop Blaze and he chose P. Gristle. So this is my Constance Blaze list. I've got Gallant and Centurion with Constance Blaze in the middle, with a Journeyman Warcaster and Runewood behind. 2 full units of Precursor Knights with UAs either side of that, and then 2 units of Sword Knights further out, with Harlan Versh advanced deployed in the middle. And on the other side of the table, you've got P. Gristle with 2 Pyre Trolls, the Krillstone unit with UA, 2 full units of Warders, a full unit of Long Riders, 2 units of Fire Eaters, and Maximus. Signar turn 1, and with the +2 speed that the units get as a tier benefit, everything rushes up quite far. The left hand unit of Sword Knights spread out to try and avoid the sprays from the Fire Eaters. The left hand unit also gets Arcane Shield from the Journeyman Warcaster. Blaze moves up behind the wall and puts Transference on herself, and that's it. Trolls turn 1, and everything runs up. Gristle fills up the stone with Fury. Signar turn 2, Precursor units both use shield walls. The Sword Knight units run to engage and generally get in the way and bog things down. Blaze runs to base the friendly flag, hopefully trying to score next turn on the Trolls turn. Trolls turn 2. The Fire Eaters on the left start doing their sprays, and they kill and set on fire some Sword Knights. The Pyre Trolls start shooting into the Sword Knights as well, setting a few on fire. They also set a bunch of Warders on fire, but the Krillstone then removes the continuous effects, so they're fine. And the Warders try and push through into my ranks, but the Sword Knights end up getting in the way. Signar turn 3, Blaze up keeps Transference on herself and stays base on the flag. Having scored last turn, she'll score again this turn, putting me on 2 control points. She uses her feet this turn. The Sword Knights rejam where their numbers fell, and the Precursors shield wall. The Centurion polarity fields as it has done all game. And I pass the turn to the Trolls. Trolls turn 3, Gristle feats, which uses all of her fell calls at once. The Warders push further into my lines, getting in range to contest my flag this turn. The Pyre Trolls shoot into the combats and set a few Knights on fire. Again, they set Warders on fire, but the stones remove the continuous effects. With his feet he gets an extra attack as well, so the sheer weight of Weapon Master attacks get past a lot of the extra armour from souls from the feet, and he manages to kill 10 Knights this turn, so I'll be getting 10 extra focus next turn. So Signar turn 4, Blaze has got 16 focus to play with this turn, and a few Warders to remove to be able to score. She upkeeps Transference. I allocate 2 focus to Gallant, 3 to the Centurion. Due to his feat, my units can't give or receive orders, so the Precursors walk forward, use their mini feat for an additional dice of damage, and then boost damage via Transference to get around that. They damage some of the Warders but don't kill any of them. The Centurion then kills a Warder which toughs, and then he keeps buying attacks on it and it toughs until it eventually dies. Gallant gets an extra focus, allocating near Precursor Knights, and charges a Warder and kills it. And this leaves 1 Warder closest to my flag, which is still contesting. Blaze has it within her reach, and we're flanked from a Precursor Knight nearby. She kills the Warder, and I score on this turn as well. Journeyman Warcaster puts Arcane Shield on her just to be safe, and she had 7 focus left at the end of the turn. Troll's turn 4. Unfortunately his clock is run down quite a lot, so just after the maintenance phase is done and he starts a few activations, he clocks out and it's a signal victory for round 1. So in round 2 I'm against Legion. The scenario is outflank. I chose Ekain and he chose Seren. His list is Seren with an Angelius, a Scythian, a Bloodseer, Zuriel and a Rake. He also has a Shepherd or Forsaken, some Strider Rangers with UA, Strider Deathstalker, and Spawning Vessel. So I'm using my standard Ekain list, which is Ekain with a Squire and a Sentinel, Reinhold, a Journeyman Warcaster, Tarion, Eiris, Victor Pendrake, Rupert Corvello, Alexia in the Risen, a unit of Gun Mages with UA, a unit of Rangers, an Ironholt, the Black 13th, and Boomhowler and Co. It's worth noting that the rectangle in the middle of the board is a trench, and on the left-hand zone you can just see it underneath the zone. There is a template which is representing a wood. Okay, so Legion turn 1, and I forgot to take a picture of this turn. So this is actually my turn 1. He ran up with everything and put a couple of his beasts behind the wall on the left, and the Striders were starting to get into the zone. Signar turn 1. I allocated 1 to the Sentinel, which ran up into the zone. Kane put True Sight up on himself, moved forward, shot some of the Striders, and then gate crashed away to the hill. The Black 13th killed another couple with a Mage Storm and Lynch himself using Snipe. On the right hand flank, the Rangers run up to flank his army. The Boom Howlers run into the zone and call of defiance for 4 up tough. Alexia makes a thrall which runs up behind the Rangers, and Gun Mages and everything else just move up. So Legion turn 2, and apologies I missed this picture again it seems. Zuriel moved into the left hand zone and sprayed at the Sentinel, doing a little bit of damage to it. Respawn went up on the Angelius, and the Striders take shots at the Boomhowlers and the Rangers, killing 1 of each. Signar turn 2. The Gun Mages push Zuriel out of the zone. Junior walks forward, puts Arcane Shield on the Sentinel, which moves up and shoots and does nothing. The Rangers move forward and all shoot into the Spawning Vessel pot, but they fail to do any damage to it at all. Kane moves up, puts Heightened Reflexes up on the Boomhowlers, and then gate crashes away. The Boomhowlers charge the Striders, killing them all but the UA. One of the Boomhowlers runs to get in the way of the Scythian getting into the zone. One moves to block the Spawning Vessel. I score 2 control points in this turn. Legion turn 3. On the left, Zuriel sprays again, damaging the Sentinel a little bit and killing a Gun Mage. The Forsaken takes the Fury away. The Bloodseer and Zuriel are now in the zone and in the woods. The Rake jumps into the zone and kills a couple of Boomhowlers. The Angelius charges and kills another Boomhowler but misses an attack on the one in the Scythian's way. The Strider and the Deathstalker kill the Thrall in the way of the Scythian but fail to kill the Boomhowler that's in the way. So the Scythian can't get into the zone and kills the Boomhowler that's blocking the way, and the members of the Spawning Vessel try and attack the Rangers and the Boomhowler, but they fail to hit. So Signar turn 3, the Sentinel moves up and shoots at Zuriel and fails to do anything. The Gun Mages move up and they kill the Forsaken, but they don't manage to hurt the beasts. The Boomhowlers all move up and shoot at the pot and they manage to kill it, and the Rangers move around a little bit. The Black 13th shoot at the Rake and do some damage to it. Alexia then charges it and buys and boosts, using up all her Risen until there's only 3 left, but she manages to kill it. Anaya puts harm on the Angelius. Pendrake puts Beast Law on Kane, and Reinhold reloads him. Epic Iris then moves into the zone to control it, and she shoots at the Angelius, removing respawn. Kain then moves up, pops his feet, shoots down and kills the Angelius, and then gate crashes away back to the hill. So Legion turn 4, again I failed and didn't get a picture of this one, but the Strider UA and the Deathstalker kill all three of the Risen that were in the way of the Scythian, which then charges and kills Alexia. Zuriel and the Bloodseer charge and attack at the Gun Mages, but I think they only managed to kill about one. Defense 15 is quite hard for them to hit. Sarian then uses Blightbringer, which kills off some of the Gun Mages. She also uses her feet this turn. Signar turn 4. Anaya puts harm on the Scythian. The Boomhowlers and Rangers then all start shooting into it to do some damage to it. Kain gets his reload from Reinhold. His Beastlaw from Pendrake moves up, shoots the Scythian down and kills it, and then gate crashes into the zone to dominate to put me on 5 control points, and that's a scenario win for Signar. So game 3 is Signar versus Signar. The scenario is 2 fronts. He chooses to play E. Haley and I choose E. Kain. His list is E. Haley with Squire and a Stormwall, Gorman, Anastasia, Epic Iris, a Journeyman Warcaster. He's got a unit of Gun Mages with UA, a full unit of Tempest Blazers, and a unit of Rangers. I'm using the same E. Kain list as before. The square section in the zone on the left is a trench again. The red blotch in the middle of the board is a hill, and there's a wood on the right hand side. This picture is actually at the end of my turn 1. He had first turn. He ran up with most things. Arcane Shield went up onto the Stormwall, and Haley moved forward, cast Deceleration. Most things ran. In my turn 1, I moved up a lot of my things as far as I could to be able to shoot at things effectively once he feats. I'm pretty sure he was going to feat turn 2. Kain puts Blower up on himself and goes on the hill, and he also puts Magic Bullet on 2 of the Rangers. The Rangers move up and shoot at the Stormwall, and they're outside of marked target range, so it's 6s to hit. Because of decel, and one of the Rangers manages to miss, so that Magic Bullet was wasted. The second Ranger hits, and a Magic Bullet onto the Squire, which destroys it, which was brilliant for me turn 1. The Gun Mages move up and do some snipe shots and manage to kill Epic Iris. So Haley's turn 2. The Stormwall gets allocated some focus and tries to trample, but doesn't have enough room to get past all the Rangers, so it stops in front of them. Puts out a Storm Pod which kills 2 of the Rangers. The Blazers and his Rangers kill Epic Iris and all but one of my Rangers. They also shoot one of the Boomhowlers, which he leaps on to halt and kills him. Haley moves up, Deadeyes the Gun Mages and feats. Gorman moves up and puts a Smoke Cloud to try and block line of sight to her. Realising that it's not blocking line of sight enough, the Journeyman Warcaster moves in the way. His Gun Mages then move up and shoot at mine with Deadeye. He kills 1 and 2 of mine pass tough checks, having given them tough on my turn. So as it turns out, because I killed the Squire, his control area isn't as big, so Kain isn't within his control area. So the Boomhowlers sacrifice their action to move out of the way because of his feat. The Sentinel and Black 13th shoot at and kill the Journeyman Warcaster who's blocking line of sight. Alexia runs to be within 10 just in front of Kain. He then gets his reload from Reinhold, charges Alexia, misses his attack on her, then feats and shoots at Haley until she's dead, and that's a Signar victory. So in the end, I came first, which was great for me. The last 3 local tournaments I had come 4th each time on Strength for Schedule, and I was really happy not to come 4th for the 4th time. I was pleased to use Blaze in this tournament. I didn't really want to use her against Legion, I really like using Ekane against Hordes. The remove from play part of his feat is really strong against War Beasts. And the final matchup was he had P. Haley and E. Haley, so playing a full melee force into that didn't seem like such a good idea. I'd also like to thank Dave, our local press ganger, for organising the day, and everyone that played. It was a really fun day. And thanks for watching. Bye.